And hello, sleepies.
It's about time, bitch.
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Rowena Whey. It's Joy.
What's going on here?
Just a whole lot of celebrity.
Pause for applause.
Is maple tea. Why are you not part of this today?
I don't understand.
What is going on?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's just me today, everyone. Hi, my name is Rowena Whey, and you're listening to
What's the Maple Tea?
My shadow. Oh, she's back.
I'm
Tyffanie Morgan.
back again.
Is Tyffanie Morgan. Oh, that was great. I saw that happening as you were doing it. I was like, this is the way that it's meant to be.
This is the way.
This is the way. It's my way or the highway. Yeah.
Oh my goodness sakes. Look at this. We got people logging in. You know, it's been a long time since we've had What's the Maple Tea.
It's been like 2 weeks, maybe 3.
I think it's been like 3. Has it been like 3?
It might even be 3 weeks.
We got some diehards already. We
Yes,
are
we
locked
do.
in for What's the Maple Tea.
Speaking of Die Hard, the Alan Rickman of drag, Bewitched.
I still don't understand any of this.
I don't know if that made any sense, but like,
Who's Alan Rickman?
you know who Alan Rickman is.
Okay. Well.
Alan Rickman was Severus Snape.
Oh.
Literally one of the greatest British actors of all time.
Oh, him. Die
Yeah,
Hard.
Die Hard. Oh my goodness, Tyffanie
The
Morgan.
Christmas movie of the season.
Oh, right. Yes, he's in Love Actually. He's also in Love Actually. He's in the 2 best Christmas movies according to the 2 different tribes.
Wait, which one was it with where he's is it Love Actually when he starts having an affair?
Yeah, that's Love Actually.
That's the one.
Yeah, he's in the 2 movies that are considered the best Christmas movies of all time. People either believe Die Hard or Love Actually. Those are the 2. I'm a die hard fan for Christmas movies, but for those of you who don't subscribe to that belief, Love Actually is generally what is chosen.
Okay, I didn't realize Love Actually is a Christmas movie, but there
is
is a gift. There are gifts.
Did you know that Mean Girls is a Christmas movie?
Oh, stop! Only that one scene. Only that one scene is it.
But hey, we perform it every Christmas.
We do. We
Yeah.
do. Bum, bum. Do the dance moves.
HOTTOG ho.
Oh, that is. Oh my god.
I know, right? We're gonna do a mix.
You gotta
We're
do
gonna
that.
do a mix.
You gotta do that. But
Aren't you
talk about
booking for your Christmas
going,
show right
going
now?
back to no, I'm not. Going back to Love Actually.
Oh, okay.
Going back to Love Actually though, that introduced me to Joni Mitchell. So I don't know how I like of
How
course
did you
Pave
miss
Paradise.
Joni Mitchell?
Pave Paradise put up like everyone knows that
Pave
one.
Paradise, put up a parking
but
lot.
The song that she's in,
River.
I was like, oh my, is it River? Is it called River? Or
I don't know.
Anyway, it'll come to me.
One of these days it'll come to her. It'll be like 2 weeks from now. Oh, no, she's looking
Both
it
sides
up.
now. Both sides now.
Yes,
I
yes.
see on both sides now.
Yep.
Hello, Norman.
Hello. You didn't introduce yourself because you were off camera.
Hi, I'm Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Yeah, she is the owner of Sweet Pea Studios and dragshow.ca.
And Tiffany.com.
And Tiffany.com and the tech whiz behind What's the Maple Tea.
Yes. Have I fallen behind on posting some of our podcasts? Maybe.
That's okay.
So this
That's
could be 3-4 weeks. Who knows? I don't know at this point. But we do this live on the Facebooks and the YouTubes
And the Instagrams.
and the Instagrams too.
And the Instagrams.
Although Instagram does cut us off because it's only 1 hour.
Oh,
Only
which means
1
we
hour.
just have to keep it tight. Keep it
Keep it
tight.
tight.
Toit.
And no, I'm not booking for my Christmas show yet because I still have to get a venue.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That does make sense.
because at this point, if
At
some
this
of the,
point, there's no show if there's no venue.
yeah, exactly. So I may even have to change the date. To be honest,
Oh, this is true. You might.
I might have to change the date because
Yeah.
Venues and all that. You know how that is. Venues
I know
and
how it
Christmas.
is. I know how it works. I know how it goes. I know.
Anyway, I don't want to change the date. I like the date.
Save the date.
The date is good.
Save the date. Save November 30th.
Yeah, November
Save it.
30th.
Yeah. But speaking of holidays.
Holiday.
Yes. Speaking of holidays, I have a Halloween show.
So I'm going to take a little side tangent.
Oh, okay.
Halloween is in the air right now, isn't it?
It is. Spirit Halloween is opened.
Spirit Halloween is open.
Yeah.
Food Basics is now selling Christmas candy.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
Christmas candy?
Sorry, not Christmas. Halloween candy.
Okay. I was
Halloween
like, we haven't
candy.
even hit
The little-
we haven't
little
even hit
mini
fall
chocolate
yet.
bars.
We can't have Christmas. There's no fall.
The little mini chocolate bars are being sold
Costco
there.
is already selling giant snowmen.
Costco is already selling giant snowmen.
Yeah. And Christmas decorations.
I'm being bombarded by Temu for all these Halloween decorations.
Is that what they bombard you with? Because
They
they
bombard
bombard me with underwear.
Oh, underwear too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
underwear too. And Amazon now is showing me all these douches now.
Amazon is showing you douches?
I don't really understand why.
Like Chads and Brads and Bretts and Steves? Or like what? Oh, we're talking vaginal douches.
Yes. Douches.
Okay. Yes.
Actual
Douches. Not douche bags, douches. Douche bulbs. Douche bulbs.
Not douche bags. And someone was like, "Are you sure this is not just to clear your camera screen?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty
Maybe it's actually a nasal lavage kit.
Well, the one was an adapter for your shower head, and it was in the shape of a
Oh.
penis.
Oh. Can you send me the link? like maybe, possibly,
like-
possibly.
And I don't even know why. It's not like the only thing I search on Amazon is a Crystal Light.
How to clean out faster.
It's Crystal Light and just refilling all my vitamins.
Oh, well, that's why.
like-
It's because of the crystal light. It knows you're taking too many diuretics.
But okay, so you're doing. Sorry, I know I did a crazy tangent away from you talking about you, but now I'm going to let you talk about you.
I didn't want you to talk about you, so I talked about me.
Yeah.
Yay.
So you're talking about Christmas? No, not Christmas.
Halloween. Yes. It is time. I have to start thinking about my Halloween costumes because it's 2 months. 2 months away. I need to start
It's
planning.
basically tomorrow.
So that I can start sewing because I
you're gonna
have a slow September by choice. So I'm gonna try and make a new Halloween costume because I haven't made one the last 2 years. I've just kind of like stuck with old shit that I had and didn't really put in any effort. But I really want to have some Halloween costumes this year. So I need to start planning and thinking about what I want to do. And on that note, I have a Halloween show. But the Halloween show
yeah.
is a different type of Halloween show. So it's a drag show where the drag kings perform as drag queens and the drag queens perform as drag kings.
I think you should perform as Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. That would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I know who I'm performing as. I know what my characters are going to be.
Oh.
But it's just not going to be announced until October. But it's a Halloween party and drag show and dance party.
Oh, there's dancing too?
There's going to be dancing. So there's a drag show. And then in between the sets, there will be dancing. And then after the drag show is done, there will also be a dance party.
So one piece of advice I will say, because you're also doing a costume contest.
Yes, we are. Do it early.
Well, announce the time in your... Well,
Well, no, I don't want to have to stick to a time.
well, because Well, maybe, maybe not. Okay, so the thought behind that is years ago, people would actually take their costume and go bar hopping and try to win the best contests in different bars and stuff.
Oh.
So if you announce the time and stuff, people would be like, "Oh, let's go there."
But it is a ticketed event.
It also, well then, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it. It's a ticketed event. I'm very excited, but it's going to be a drag show featuring myself, Bewitched, Rain St. Cloud, and Problem Matthew, where we're all doing opposite gendered drag. And it's called Turnabout. But early bird tickets are on sale.
Yes, on RowenaWhey.com.
Yeah, rowenaway.com. But yeah, you can get your cheap tickets. They're cheap right now, and they will be $10 more expensive in October. So you might as well get them now.
Get them now.
Because it's Halloween, and I know you're going to go out. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yep.
Turnabout.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely, and you're never coming round. I don't know.
Turnabout.
Something like that. Something
right.
like that.
There we go.
Yes.
Turnabout.
Dance party and drag show. But it's a secret who everyone is performing as. It's going to be really fun.
So do you have any special DJ or is it just yourself?
It's DJ me, but I'm going to be as a different character, so I can't announce my DJ name.
Oh.
Yeah.
We do have a comment from an unknown person here called B.
Yes.
I'm so excited for this show. No joke. It's all I've been thinking about.
I've been planning my numbers. I'm so excited to do some really different shit for Rowena. It's going to be fun.
Well, B, I'm glad that as the first choice, I said no, giving you an opportunity as the fourth choice to...
It's funny because it's true. Okay, but this show was originally conceived over a year ago.
She was talking to me, like last Halloween.
Yeah, and then the dates just didn't end up working out. People weren't able to do it. I wasn't able to do it, so we moved it, and it just kept getting postponed. And then we decided to make it a Halloween show.
Oh, and then there's a reply back here. The sacrifices you make so I can collect the scraps. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
The new drag scene is too kind. See, in our age of starting drag, well, in your age of starting drag, I have no idea. But in my age of starting drag, people would have been like, those cunts didn't want to book me first. Ha! Yeah.
You were channeling someone specific there. I was like,
But that's also how it was in Edmonton. If you didn't get, like, if certain people weren't booking you, like, you were like, well, why am I not getting booked? But,
well,
it's not that way anymore, but.
You hear of all those different stories all around in different towns, and they change too. When power changes, power corrupts absolutely.
Power corrupts absolutely.
But absolute power sounds kind of cool. But yeah, so you hear about those stories, and
absolute power sounds absolutely amazing until you get absolution.
It's really sad when that power gets really abusive, though. Like we've all heard the stories of, like, you had to do some sexual favors or something to get something somewhere. Or
I miss the days of having to do sexual favors.
Yeah.
No one asks me for that anymore.
Giving head to get ahead. You don't hear about that, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing. We joke, but it's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Oh, goodness sakes. All right. So, what is this show anyway?
But there's a lot going on in the next couple months, actually, and many of the shows are not mine, and I'm actually quite excited to not be hosting them.
Because you've kind of stepped back a little bit from actually organizing some
I've stepped
shows.
forwards a little bit more. I have 2 shows that I'm organizing this fall, but I haven't done any big shows in a while. I might do one next year. I'm planning something in the back of my mind right now, but we'll see. But I'm really happy that other performers have been booking their own shows. Blow Pony is doing a Chapel Roan show.
Yeah. I got it on Drag Show.
Yeah. Bewitched is doing a cringe night that actually I really want to go to. Yeah. I'm really hoping I'm available. And a brunch, the first drag show at the Caesar Co. And then Sherry Ann Hex is doing another show at the Mansion.
Yes,
Yeah.
as a fundraiser for CT conversion therapy survivors.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
So, I mean, there's
yeah.
lots of shows coming up. It's going to be really fun. And I hope that, the new batch of Queen students will actually attend things.
I'm just checking in now on Instagram. I really should have checked in there a lot earlier because I'm like, I don't know some of these comments here. But
One of them's about the Crystal Light. That's the G2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what G2 is, but
Gatorade.
oh no. I'm thinking about being Beetlejuice. Yeah, Beetlejuice for Halloween, dressing up as Halloween and Beetlejuice. I almost want to dress as Olivia or something.
You could.
You know, like
Good.
circa.
How many
circa
people
the
do you think are
90s.
going to be Wednesday Addams this year?
Yeah, they're gonna.
Or how many people do you think are going to be Beetlejuice 2? Because Beetlejuice 2 comes out this year.
Well, so it's really interesting because everything's leading up to Halloween, and I think people have finally realized this year. Like last year, it was like, oh, why, Halloween. Okay, fine, whatever. But this year, they really stepped up their game. So, in the movie world, there's Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
The sequel coming out.
Agatha All Along is
Agatha
coming out.
All Along. That's exactly where I was
excited.
going.
So excited.
That's exactly where I was going. I'm like, Agatha All Along's going to be there too. What else? Like, kind of spooky Halloween kind of. I think there's a few others.
There's a new Haunting of Bly Manor type show coming out.
Yeah.
I'm
Alien
excited
Romulus
for.
is out.
Alien
now,
is out now.
But still, that's kind of for the season. And you're like, oh goodness sakes! Like it's really turning into like a 2-season.
And there's always some horror movies that come out and all that. It's a good time to be like into movies. It's a good time to be into scary movies.
Yeah. And I'll be at home handing out hella candy.
Hella candy.
Halloween candy.
You know what? You can
Halloween.
come to the dance party afterwards, though.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Because the trick-or-treaters end about 8:30 here.
And,
so.
I mean, the drag show will basically be half done by then.
Oh, well, maybe. We'll go
So you might as well.
Maybe we'll go out. When is the 31st? Is it a Thursday?
It's a Thursday.
Oh, I do have to work in the morning now, too.
Yeah, just call in sick. It's gay Christmas. Call in sick.
Oh, my God. When was the last time I called in sick just because of a hangover? It's been a long time.
2 weeks ago.
No, lies. Oh my goodness sakes. You're listening to What's the Maple Tea?
Yes, it is. The live broadcast podcast where we talk about everything that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
We did not have a topic of conversation today. So we're just
I'm
kind of talking
Tyffanie.
about random shit. And I'm Rowena.
And she's Rowena. So Rowena is not very, she's not flailing her arms like I am because one of these arms is damaged. Guess which one? Is it arm A where I'm poking? Or is it arm B where I'm not poking?
I think it's option 3. Option 3.
Oh, it hurts, does it?
No. The correct answer is arm B. I dislocated my left arm twice in a week. Although I did raise over $6,500.
Are you including the $20,000 raised into your numbers?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh,
I wish I
65.
could.
Did you say 65?
I said 6,500.
100. I heard that.
6,500.
6,500 is very significant.
And actually, I don't know the final number. I haven't been told the final number, and I was told that it was probably more than that.
6,500 or more than that. Let's just round it to 7,000.
Yeah.
You raised $7,000 for HIV and AIDS. Thank you so much.
Well, I raised it for the, treatment of and prevention of the stigma of HIV and AIDS.
Sure.
Yeah.
Everyone knew what the hell I was
everyone knew
talking
what you were
about.
saying.
Yes,
but
exactly.
And I'm very happy. Very happy. That's more than I raised last year. Last year was only, I think it was only like 3,500. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You doubled it.
Yeah, I practically doubled
it.
And then of course the 20,000 that was raised at our event.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know those. They haven't told us the numbers.
It went to Trellis.
It went to Trellis, but
Yeah.
do we know the numbers that we raised at the drag show?
No, not final
know.
numbers.
We don't know the final numbers.
No.
Okay.
But
At least 20,000.
It was a very successful event. Very successful event. I hope that some of you came out. We had a great time. ourselves, Bewitched, Sherry Ann Hex, and Gila Munster.
Yeah.
We forgot to take our annual Kingston photo. Well, we took it at the first one. We took it at the other one.
We took one.
We took one at the other one. We should get the photos from the photographer at some point in the next couple weeks, though, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I dislocated my shoulder twice, which, I mean, sucks. And so I actually had to perform twice with the dislocated.
She performed, so she dislocated
I mean, it's resolved. It's back in. It's in its socket right now.
Yeah. She had the injury the day of the drag show, or was it
the day before?
The day before the drag show. Then, of course, I made lots of fun about, like, you need to do a helicopter dance.
Windmill.
Helicopter, windmill.
This weekend, when people were asking me how I dislocated it, I would tell them that I dislocated it doing drag windmills.
Smart.
Yeah. But then I redislocated it last Monday, and I'm now on bed rest.
On a Monday?
Yeah, I coughed and it popped out of the socket again.
Oh.
Literally.
Oh.
Literally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were, like, someone was testing your prostate?
Yeah, exactly. They asked me to cough, and, of course, the shoulder fell out, and I was like, well, fuck. But also, don't stop.
As well as her purse.
Yeah.
And her last ex-husband.
Everything fell out. Everything fell out. So I don't have my sling on today. You'll see I have two hands. Just because I washed it.
She's not wearing her harness because she washed it.
I washed it and it's drying. And so I'm just like not moving much, which is really difficult for me. I'm a very expressive person. I'm like a person.
But
not today. Not today. Yeah.
That's why I've got to do it for you.
She's got to be a wacky arm waving inflatable tube man. Wacky arm waving inflatable tube man. Wacky arm waving inflatable tube man for me. Yes, she does. But so Tiff.
Yes.
We are one episode away from the end of Canada versus the world.
All right, spoilers. We're going to talk about Canada versus the world.
Are you caught up?
Yes, I am. And let me just say, this last episode, I'm a little perturbed.
Mm-hmm.
I think I sent you the message immediately once I watched it. I sent it to you on the Instagram.
Yes, you did.
Privately.
Tell me why you're perturbed. Tell the people why, Tyffanie. Tongue pop.
Cause Fierce-alicious, or what is the...
Fabulicious.
Fierce-alicious, Fabulicious is...
Fierce-alicious, Fabulicious make those boys go loco.
She's eliminated.
Wait, F to the A B U L I S C O U S, Fabulicious. Fabulicious. Holy fuck.
You now want me to see her right. I'm like, I want to see her right.
Oh, that's how it goes. F to the E, R, G the I, the E. Ain't no other lady bring it down like me. So F to the A, B, U, L, I. Ain't no other lady bring it down like guys. I don't know. I need to work on it. I'm going to work on it. We're going to make it, though. We're going to make Fabulicious a song.
Very, very painful.
I'm going to send it to Fierce. I'm going to send it to Fierce. I'm going to make a song called Fabulicious.
Fabulicious. Bam, bam, bam. Fabulicious.
We're going to do it.
So I'm perturbed because she was eliminated. Because she wasn't saved by Lemon.
She was not. Do you think that was strategic? So that Lemon was the only Canadian? Or do you believe Lemon when she said that she wanted to compete against the best and she didn't believe Fierce-alicious was the best?
I don't believe that bullshit. But
no.
I don't. Yeah, because she's like, I want to compete against the best.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like, the problem is I just don't know where the delusion is. It's this whole, they talked about being delusional. This entire whole season is very delusional. Where is the truth in it all? And I just don't know where the truth in it all is.
There is no truth.
So the two, because basically, let's just be honest here. It's Canada versus U.S.
It's Canada versus the U.S. Cheryl's just there for a good time.
But like, and in our hearts of hearts as Canadians, it's always the battle against the U.S. So whenever a U.S.
Since 1812.
Yeah. Whenever a U.S. contestant won the Golden Beaver, who did they save?
They saved the U.S. ones.
The U.S. one. They always save the U.S. one. And then when it's down to the nitty gritty here.
Yeah, she doesn't save the Canadian and have a U.S. battle. It should have been Alexis versus Kennedy. I hated Kennedy's Snatch Game.
Yeah. No, yeah. That I didn't understand. I'm like, if they were going by the critiques that they had from that episode, from that day.
Then Kennedy should have been in the bottom.
Kennedy should have been lip syncing.
Yeah.
And then it would have been between the two for the, like, yeah. I just don't. But I'm like, where is the strategy going on here? Where's the delusion? Is it because she wants to save them because she has a stake in the U.S. market? Let's just be honest.
Maybe she just doesn't like Fierce Delicious.
Well, there's that too. Lemon has a stake in the U.S. market. She wants to be touring. She wants to be doing stuff. So, of course, she's going to, and why would she say Fierce Delicious? Because Fierce Delicious is starting to break out into the market, into the U.S. market and stuff too. But
she was on Traders Canada.
What?
She was on the TV show Traders.
The fuck is Traders?
Oh, they made fun of it in like episode 2, the Lisa Rinna show where they did the mole. It was like a Traders style show, the mole. Anyway, sorry. Go on, Tiff. Go on. Keep going. So you are perturbed.
Yes, I'm perturbed. I didn't think she was playing the game, but then we're having comments here in our live chat that they're like, Lemon played the game. Lemon played the game.
Lemon is the only Canadian left, and clearly they want a Canadian to win this one, and Lemon will win. Lemon's going to win. If she doesn't fuck it up in the last episode, she will win.
Well, that could be the mindset too, where she's like, all right, it's a Canadian production. They're definitely going to let a Canadian win. And if it's going to be a Canadian who wins, better to be the fuck me.
Yeah. And you know what? She deserves to win because honestly, she could have won.
And let's be honest,
every episode she's been on
didn't necessarily, like, the chances, she just didn't get the Golden Beaver and be saved immediately. She could have won herself against a lip sync battle.
She could have won in the lip sync battle. Well, she wasn't going to.
She wasn't going to.
Alexis Mateo? No. She wasn't going to win. No. However, I will say this. Snatch Game the Rusical was really weird.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I felt like there wasn't enough Snatch Game.
I feel like we were being robbed. Yeah. I feel like we were being robbed of Snatch Game.
Yeah. Whereas I really loved the reading battle. I thought that was a really good twist on the reading challenge. I really liked them having to roast each other.
Yes.
Although
it was a roast.
It was a roast. The roast of each other. Like, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I do that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I threw her down the stairs.
This is true. My shoulder actually got dislocated the first time by being thrown down the stairs. And the second time, she just grabbed the arm and pulled it.
I just pulled it out of the socket. Yeah, okay. Oh, we're getting comments. Oh my God, it's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch, though. The drama makes it really fun. And I keep saying to people that I really love this season.
It's been a good season.
It's been a good season.
Because
it's so much better than All Stars 9.
It's the characters themselves.
Yeah. Kennedy, Alexis, and Fierce speak their minds.
Well, I would not have put Kennedy in that same realm myself.
Oh, no.
The top 3 for me, when it comes to, like, the dialogues, like the behind the scenes, was Fierce Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Just forgot her name.
Lemon.
She has really lovely teeth.
Cheryl Hole. Alexis Mateo.
Alexis Mateo is definitely one of them.
Eureka?
Yes, Eureka. Thank you. Eureka. Oh my God. She had a whole series of videos on the Instagram for Canada's Drag Race.
Oh, they are doing it for all of them.
Well, she's the only one that popped in my feed.
You haven't seen the other ones.
So I liked every single one of those videos.
Okay, they've been really entertaining.
But those people, I feel like they could all just have a show just on their own, like, just sitting around a fucking room.
This
like,
season was very well casted. There were 2 people who were bound to go home first, and they did. And then there were a bunch of people who were very charismatic, very fun to watch, people who are not afraid to speak their minds in the season. I mean, that's Kennedy, that's Alexis, that's Eureka, that's Lemon, that's Fierce. Like, they all did that. And it was really fun to watch. And that's what I like from Drag Race. That's what early Drag Race was like, Tiff.
You don't think Lemon's feeling one-dimensional?
No. I mean, she's always a little yellow.
I just dropping that. No. Just to
No, I've really enjoyed Lemon.
Stir it up.
Not necessarily in the confessionals. Yes. I really enjoy her in the show when they're talking to each other because she is not afraid to speak her mind.
Yes. Yeah. She's getting a lot of airtime. Yeah.
She's getting. Well, I mean, she's going to win.
We have this feeling she's going to win.
Yeah.
I think it would be wrong. Like they clearly are. Yeah. Like they built that bridge already. They built that kind of storyline where it's like
the first season
she went home. She went home first,
and then home first. Now, yeah.
Then now she's.
What was the first season you ever watched, Tiff?
I don't fucking know.
Who's the first winner you remember?
It was All Stars. It was what's her name?
All Stars 4?
Miss Witchy, Doctor Who.
Oh, Jinx Monsoon. That was the first season you ever watched? Was All Stars 7?
I don't think so.
Okay, what about, I'm going to name some people.
I don't name people because I have the capacity, brain capacity, the storage capacity for other drag people's names, like a thumb drive.
Like their winner. Do you remember, did you see Aquaria?
It sounds awful familiar.
Okay. Did you see Sasha Velour?
No.
No,
wait. Did I? I've seen videos.
Bob the Drag Queen.
Oh, Bob. I don't remember seeing the season.
Okay, so you probably started around 10-ish, maybe 11.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And I mean, so you haven't seen old Drag Race. So old Drag Race, all of the queens were very much, they spoke their minds constantly, always, loudly. And as we get into the later seasons, they started to edit themselves in order to try to be better on TV and to control the way that they're behaving and control the way that they're going to be portrayed. And it was much more entertaining to watch some of the old seasons because there was so much more drama. It was very fun.
It was unfiltered.
And one of these days we're going to have like a marathon of a season or something, of an old season. One of these days.
Why do you torture me like this, Rowena? I'm going to push you downstairs again.
I don't think you'll hate it. I think you'll like it.
Push you downstairs again. I wonder, because I haven't been in the contest circles. I haven't done the the pageant sort of thing.
The pageant scenes, yeah.
I haven't done that, but I have heard the stories of behind the closed doors at the pageants. And they're very strict rules because there's a lot of shadiness going on, a lot of screaming and cussing and blah blah blah. But I wonder if those previous seasons were because they were pageant queens, weren't they?
A lot of pageant queens, but there are still pageant queens. Sasha Velour is a pageant queen.
But that when Drag Race was trying to find their feet, they were trying to find their footing. People didn't really know what drag meant on camera. Now people know what drag means on camera, and we can.
Well, now it's the most expensive thing, the biggest thing, the best thing.
And now we have those stars. So yeah. I will say yes, Alexis, Fierce Delicious, Eureka, those were my top 3. Like I loved their confessionals and their just dialogue on Canada's Drag Race.
Who do you want to win?
Well, Lemon.
Okay, just checking, just making sure.
But if Lemon wasn't to win.
If Lemon wasn't to win, who would you want?
I want the Brit to win.
You want Cheryl?
I want Cheryl. She's doing fucking good.
She's doing well. She's very fun to watch. I would want her to win too.
Yeah. And the fact that you can feel the sisterhood between her and Lemon.
Oh yeah,
because they did tour together in the UK, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, they did UK versus the World together.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah, they did that. I mean, I like Kennedy and I like Alexis, but I don't want either of them to win.
Oh my! We were getting comments in the Instagram feed, which I can't share into the regular feed. But old Drag Race was less scripted, bad lighting, and accents galore. We do have another comment here about Lemon saving Kennedy was giving very quote unquote pick me energy It was hard to watch, to be honest.
Okay.
And what does that mean by pick me energy? It's like
This is a Gen Alpha thing or a Gen Z thing from Grey's Anatomy. It's like pick me is very like needy. Pick me, choose me, love me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
There's also another comment that says seasons 3 to 6 was peak drag.
Okay, fine, yeah. So Rowena's apparently going to corner me at some point in our busy schedules, and going to force me to watch.
We're gonna have a stoning party. We're gonna like rhinestone things. We're gonna watch Drag Race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can help me. You can help me disco ball my project. It's gonna be fun.
You gotta wear gloves with that because those
E6000.
Those little No, it's because those little glass things.
They're sharp.
They're sharp.
They're sharp.
I've sliced myself so many times. You gotta wear the gloves.
Yeah.
Because even when you're just doing that, you don't think you cut yourself, and then afterwards you're like,
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited. This Friday is the finale of Versus the World. I know a few people who are going to the live viewing of the finale in Toronto with like Fierce, Tainomi, and Lemon. I wanted to go, but I can't. So I'm a little sad, but I know people going. Very excited for them.
Can you imagine? This is the one opportunity you can be in the same room when they find out who wins. And
I know,
it's
isn't
gonna
that
be Lemon?
cool? It's going to be Lemon. It's going to be really exciting to watch.
We should see the ticket prices. What is the ticket price for this versus the ticket price for the Alexis and Texas and stuff? And if it's like 5 times more, you're like, who's winning?
In the States, it's always at Mickey's. It's always at Mickey's in the States.
But they're in Alexis and what's her name? Kennedy's
no, but they'll be in LA. They'll be in LA
for
the
LA,
finale. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They'll do that. They'll do that finale viewing party there or wherever it is.
Oh, okay.
But we also have Global All Stars airing right now.
I have watched 2 episodes of it. So
there have only been 2.
There have only been 2.
Yeah.
And I am enjoying it very much so. Like I said, it kind of almost has that Air Canadian drag, like a little bit. They're so supportive of each other
so far.
Yeah, so the preview for the 3rd episode, it seems like it gets shady.
Yeah, and the first 2 episodes, there are no eliminations. It's just like, oh, let's see who you are. Let's see what you can do. And I will say that I really enjoyed Pythia, the Canadian. I really enjoyed her drag storytime number.
That was a really good... I have thought of writing my own drag storytimes, but for adults. And it being less like a child story and more like pitfalls to avoid in the gay world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What not to do?
Yeah. Don't mix your drugs with your alcohol.
Don't mix your poppers with your Viagra.
Those kinds of stories.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So essentially all the things that we say into the microphone at drag shows.
If you're going home, make sure you know who you're going home with.
Make sure that when the lights go on at 3 a.m. at the dance club, that person's attractive before you go home with them.
Actually, the moral of the story is go home before 3.
Do you remember?
When the lights go on.
I distinctly
remember. Go home before then.
Okay, so when you're really drunk and you're out dancing, this hasn't happened in a while, but when I was single
20 years ago,
we would go out dancing with our friends, and you would be really drunk, and so you'd be dancing with someone, and maybe you don't always see their face because sometimes you're dancing and they're like turned away, and you're just like grinding on someone. To have a friend who will be like at you is really like shake their head at you if they're not an attractive person or not someone you should be dancing with is a really like good thing. Or have a friend who'd come over and be like, girl, we're gonna go get a drink, and to take you away from this person because maybe you're a little alcohol blind.
So I will say that I have friends who did that, but they would do that so that I didn't go home with the town whore. But I really wanted to go home with the town.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you
but
did.
But they would always intercede and stop it. And I'm like, come on. How bad is the ride if everyone's
Tyffanie,
been on it?
This is why you don't have Gonosipha Hercules.
Well, maybe that's
why Mimiosa was spreading it and not you. This is why.
She was the ride.
You had good friends.
Yeah.
She was the town bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. Yeah, you have to have those friends. Well, also, I don't know when you were dancing back then, but the bars were really dark.
They were really dark.
I don't think I could be able to see in those bars today, like with my eyesight.
Her
being
eyesight
how it
is so much worse.
But what? Yeah. One of my pet peeves was when you're drunk and you're like go home but they've been drinking beer and you're not a beer drinker.
Oh, and then
the rest of the
like
night
beer.
they taste like beer.
See, yeah, that is one of the issues is that beer does not taste good lingering. You got to have at least a couple shots after the beer in order to make it taste like vodka. Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully my sister
as I drink Queen of the Night. Cheers.
Hopefully my family's not watching right now. So anyway. Knowing my sister.
Your sister knows you're a whore.
Knowing my sister, she's going to comment immediately in the chat.
Your sister knows you're a whore.
No. Well, ex-whore.
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 Excelsior.
Excelsior. But versus world, how do you the set is very
global, you mean?
The global one. Yeah. The set is very like
it's filmed in Colombia.
What?
Yeah, so Mexico, Brazil, and Germany were all filmed in Colombia at this massive studio.
What? Germany too?
Yeah. And so Global All Stars was filmed in that studio. Yeah, I know. This shocked me as well when I heard it. Formulate your question, Tiff.
So,
what do you want to say?
RuPaul is on set
in Colombia.
With
the cocaine.
Yeah. That's another thought. And but if Germany, who else? Germany,
Mexico, and Brazil
were all filmed in the same studio. Where the fuck was RuPaul? Because RuPaul could have been there.
Yeah, but she doesn't speak Portuguese, she doesn't speak Spanish, and she doesn't speak German.
Did she at least do a cameo at all?
Well, she did the same thing she did for all of them, which is the videos.
Just the fucking camera.
The videos where she says like la da 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 da. This is our challenge.
In the same fucking wig.
She does them all.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. No. I feel like there is yeah. And yes, she's close to the cocaine.
I think she's close to the Colombian men's.
She's close to the cocaine.
She's in a long-term relationship. I actually don't have any idea.
Those South American boys.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise. Mm-hmm. I met one Chilean man, and I will die in my deathbed remembering that. Anyway.
He shook her hand. That was it. She'll remember it forever. The feeling of his fingers against hers. The tingle of the flesh.
All I can say is he's from Chile.
He's Chilean.
Yes. Oh, I am. And
Did you Netflix and Chile?
I'm becoming tongue-tied now. Okay,
we
gotta change topics.
Okay, wait. So I came up with an idea because Tyffanie and I had no idea what to talk about today. So I have a website called Random Topic Generator and Conversation Starters.
All right, let's shoot. Are you just gonna?
I'm gonna press Generate Random Topic.
Generate Random Topic. Okay, Rowena, do that.
What is your first childhood memory?
It's a vague memory of my dad had like a little shed, and I remember him taking me up to it, and we opened the door and looking into the darkness because there was no window, and seeing a wasp nest.
Oh,
and that's how I remember of that. I think that's one of my earlier childhood memories. Anyway, what about you? What was it? Being sold to the chocolate factory at Willy Wonka?
Yes, and jumping into that river of chocolate and getting sucked up the tube and realizing, yep, I'm gay. No, my earliest memory is I don't know what came first, but so I have a memory of how I got a scar on my finger, where I ran my finger through a mail stamping machine as a kid, and I remember that.
This is from the fall.
This is from my fall, but that's from that. But I have that, and I was told that happened when I was 3. So that's probably my earliest memory. But I like to think that that's a traumatic memory, and so I don't want to remember that. But I remember being like 4 or 5 years old and living in this house on the west side of Kingston where we had a basement paint room where we would do like arts and crafts. And my older brother and I got into a paint fight where we started throwing paint at each other. And that room got absolutely covered in paint everywhere, literally everywhere. And we got in so much trouble, but like it's like, I remember that house. It was a very nice house.
Are you sure you're not confusing your memories with like Bounty commercials?
You know what? I do have this really strange affiliation for absorbent paper towels.
I think this is a false memory, Rowena.
No, I remember it. I remember it.
Hashtag it's...
But I have no idea like what age that happened at.
Yeah.
It's just like this random memory. Yeah. I also remember, like, I remember kindergarten, but that's like 5 or 6.
Let's just be honest, that was a really terrible one.
Oh, yeah, that was really terrible. Okay.
Get another question.
Okay,
that was a terrible one. Look at us.
No, I don't like these.
Look at our...
What's the worst hotel you've stayed at?
I don't know. You do have one immediately.
I mean, I have a hostel. I can tell a recent story. I went to London in May with my friend.
You went to a hostel?
And we stayed at a hostel.
Wow, girl, you can afford more.
Well, no, London's hotels are $500 minimum a night.
Oh.
And I had already paid like for the flights, and we were going up to like an Airbnb, like up north in Newcastle or whatever for a wedding. And so we stayed at a hostel right outside of King's Cross. And
outside King's Cross. Jeez, that's way too... Yeah.
But like, so it was reasonably priced. It was a nice hostel. Like everything was good. Breakfast was included. But it was a room of 6 people. I helped mentor a young gay man through his journey with religion and being hated by his family. And then...
Are you sure he was not just trying to pimp you?
Yes, I'm 100% sure.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Because he actually didn't want to talk to me originally. He just wanted to talk to the 2 ladies that were in the room about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so at like 11 o'clock, we went to bed, and an hour or 2 later, the fire alarm went off. And the fire alarm was right above my head. So I was woken up abruptly, and it would not stop. It kept going and going and going for like a half an hour. And we're like, okay, well, we'll leave. But then it turned off. And then 10 minutes later, it turned back on. And then 5 minutes later, it turned off. And then 10 minutes later, it turned back on. And it did this for 2 hours because the fire alarm system was malfunctioning.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And every time someone opened the external door to come back into the thing, the silence would reset itself and it would turn back on. And so it happened for 2 hours straight. And then it happened again 5 hours later in the morning. It was the worst stay I've ever had.
Okay, yeah, that is.
But
a
like,
bad stay.
we didn't get refunds either. It was like it was shit. It was shit.
That's really bad. Yeah. I'm not. Oh well, there was.
Oh yeah, me and fire alarms. We had drag brunch for Pride, and the fire alarm goes off at the hotel that we're performing at. But you know what? That was a sexy fireman who showed up. I got a photo with that fireman. He was sexy. He was sexy.
I remember you too. You were like, okay, we're gonna have the firemen come onto the stage. You were like convinced that you convinced them to do it, and
then they left. But I got a photo, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Oh my god. I still can't think of a.
Well, what about your best?
Like there was
What about your best? Tell me your best.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, what holiday has been over-commercialized?
Christmas.
That was too quick.
Christmas.
I was going to say Valentine's Day.
But where's hotel? So there was this one hotel where it was like, you know, the price. You're like, the price, just put up with it for the price. And, actually, I will say I have learned through this experience. So I did rent a residence at U of T for Pride. Or was it Ryerson? It was Ryerson. Sorry, it was Ryerson. And,
which is now Toronto
Metropolitan University of Toronto. Anyway, so because they rent them out during the summer months, and I was like, oh, it's nice and cheap for Pride. There's no air conditioning in there. It was like 40 degrees Celsius day and night. Of course the mattress was not pillow top. So I learned from that experience.
She only sleeps on down feathers.
I look for hotels, motels, anything like AC. Yeah, AC. Okay, gotcha. AC. And and then of course there's all these other hotel rooms. You know, when you're doing drag and stuff, they're like, oh, I got you a hotel room, and then you get into the hotel room and you're like, thank God that's within the booking, because I'm like, I would never stay here.
Yeah.
Like, it was just those sort of moments. There was one hotel, which is now gone. It's now torn down because the ceiling had a big old crack in it. So we're like, is it going to fall on us while we're sleeping?
Goodness me.
But not like your experience, though, I will say.
Okay, so drag related.
Drag related.
We as drag queens are asked to change in a lot of really weird locations.
Yeah.
What is the weirdest location that you've had to change in?
Well, it's just all the various bathroom stalls and stuff. Sometimes the bathrooms you're like, I can't put the dress down because I don't want the dress touching the floor.
Yeah, you don't want the clothing to touch the floor.
And sometimes you're like, well, I could get out of my shoes, and then you're like, I don't want my bare feet on the floor either. Some of those bathrooms. But I'm just trying to think. I have changed, but I was smart about it because it was during Kingston Pride many years ago, and they didn't have a change space, and I'm like, I really wanted to, you arrive in one outfit, you're like, I really want to get into a dress or something. So I got people to at least open their 2-car doors so that it was a bit of a screen and had someone with their back
standing kind of
but walking. It was basically kind of I was in my knickers in the open air.
Well, I mean, mine. I literally was naked in Perth, Ontario.
And I offered to open 2-car doors for you.
We opened 1-car door. We opened 1-car door.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the street, naked, getting dressed in drag. It was because we couldn't open the other one because I needed to use my rearview mirror as a mirror.
Oh, that's why.
That was the reason. Oh my God.
You're still doing makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, so literally butt naked in the middle of the street. I probably could have gotten arrested for indecent exposure.
Well, at least the house you parked in front of looked very abandoned.
It did look abandoned. It was very abandoned. I haven't been invited back to do Perth.
I wonder
why.
The flashing drag queen of
whatever.
What year was that?
That was
pre-COVID.
Was that 2019? Was that 2020? It might have been COVID year. 2021. I have no idea anymore. Time has no meaning for me anymore. It really doesn't.
We're at 7:55. We may lose Instagrammers.
I think it's time to wrap up, Tiff. Well, I have one question for you.
There's things we haven't talked about.
What have we not talked about?
Like upcoming shows.
Oh my God! Well, I talked about my upcoming shows.
Well, you need to buy tickets for on rowenaway.com.
Open Stage is coming back. Open Stage is back the first Wednesday of September. So that is Wednesday, September. I want to say 4th.
I want to say 4th as well. I will check in the dragshow.ca.
I feel like it's the 4th.
It's going to be loaded right here.
But it is new. It's a new setup. It's a new structure.
12th.
No, 4th.
Oh, 4th. Open Stage. Yeah,
it is a new structure. So if you are a drag performer and you want to come perform, You do not send your music in advance. You do not sign up in advance. You show up on time with your music, either on a USB key, on your own phone, on a laptop that is something unlocked that the DJ can use to play your music, and you'll be added to the set list. We're trying to make it a little bit easier for people to just show up and do it, and also to make it a little bit easier on me so that I don't have to coordinate every single month.
Yeah.
Because it's been a lot, and this is how most cities do it. Most cities do it. You show up with your USB, you give your USB, you take the songs. In Toronto, you have to give your phone away for the course of the open stage.
Well, anyway, I don't necessarily like that myself because the levels are going to be really off. You're going to be changing the...
Or you can bring your song for Apple Music.
You're going to have to keep changing that dial there
you will,
every single time.
Yeah. But I'm not too worried about that.
And don't make sure it's not all the way up and then the speakers blow.
Yeah.
There's new management over at the Grad Club.
Well, I'm hoping that means there'll be better audio equipment.
So go to... We now have...
Go to rowenaway.com in order to find out more. Find out all the details. All the details.
So, yeah, you have your Halloween show. Do you have other shows that are posted on there?
I do. I'm in that brunch show, Mischief and Mimosas, on October 6th.
That's Caesar and Company, October 6th.
And I have all of my Daft shows, although next week it's going to be bingo instead of drag roulette, simply because drag roulette is the hardest show that I do, and I don't have a functioning arm.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be doing bingo.
Okay.
I'll be doing bingo.
Yeah, we need to talk because I think the events have ended. I have to
repost them all and do all that again. Yeah.
But yeah. So my shows.
You have shows.
So there are still a couple tickets left for An Evening with Carson, which is September 26th. It's on Base 31 in Picton.
Oh, that's very exciting.
I also have some tickets if you're
September
available.
26th.
It's a Thursday. Or if you're available.
Ooh, September 26th is my Daft show. So no.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not going then.
I'm not going. Sorry.
But I'll be doing 15 minutes of roast.
Oh my God, of Carson?
Of Carson. Well, also, he does want a little drag number in there. So it's 15 minutes of a drag number and roast. So maybe 10 minutes of roast and then 5 minutes of drag
and
number.
Mamma Mia for 5 minutes.
But I can't... Is that all I'm fucking doing?
Well, I mean, you could do the open stage.
Well, I am.
You and I are doing a wedding together.
We are doing. Yeah, there's a lot of private gigs because I'm going to be doing Queen's Orientation on the 31st of August. I think I'm allowed to say that. And then I'm going to be working towards the Holiday Spice, the holiday fundraising drag show. Hopefully,
are you coming to Queen Priyanka with me?
I'm going to go to see Queen Priyanka in
September.
October
9th. October 9th.
I thought it was September.
Nope, it's October. It's October 9th.
Oh, there she is, October 9th. Yes. And I would love to go see the Mischief and Mimosa.
Well, I'm in it. You should come.
Yeah. Well, I was going to go for everyone else, but
not for me.
Of course. But yeah.
Halloween is, what is that? A drag?
Halloween is a drag. Yeah, this is in Merrickville for part of the North Granville Pride.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So.
And Gananoque Pride, Thousand Islands Pride is happening at the end of September. It got shifted. So stay tuned for more information about that because you should support Thousand Islands Pride.
You should support. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Nudge,
nudge. Okay. I gotcha.
Wink.
Gotcha.
What was that about?
So, if you want to learn more about me, Miss Tyffanie Morgan, go to Tyffanie.com, TYFFANIE.com.
And if you want to learn more about Rowena Whey, go to rowenaway.com, ROWENAWHEY.com, and of course, Rowena Whey on all social media.
And check out our podcast on themapletea.ca, themapletea.ca, and of course, dragshow.ca. But that's it, Rowena. We've done our final episode of August 2024.
No, are we not doing next Tuesday?
Is next Tuesday August as well?
Yeah.
Okay, our second last episode of August we have done. So please come back. Same time.
We'll be here next week, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, talking about how Lemon won Canada versus the world.
All right, we'll talk about how Lemon won the rest of the world.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.